Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go before at the end of 2024 for the live summit event in the Crew 2. Road-Raving Rabbids, and this will get yourself prepared to have a main date available from December 25th, 2024 and January 1st, 2025. Took place by the original date from March 24th to the 31st, 2021. As its name implies, this live summon was related with Rabbids, another video game franchise by Ubisoft. All main events, excluding skills that features to have the same filter as the cartoon summon from Season 6. It was the second Ubisoft franchise-themed summon to be featured after Ghost Road, which is themed after Ghost Recon, made its appearance in November 2019. I hope you enjoyed having a previous week from Icy Xmas, and this will have to take the second part after Christmas is now going feature for this week. But the final week in December, and this might have to get yourself prepared to have some challenges to go with 6 events plus combo, and 3 skills will have to be filtered out to be on the type of land-based, water-based, and air-based vehicle whenever you're about to get yourself prepared to have a best encore. So better get ready, and this might have to go rolling in to have the first rerun for only one part of the Ubisoft themed crossover themed summon. So as always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's live summon event. Alright, just went down to do some follow-up catch-up and update as usual for the Platinum in rank 1,479 place by 1,254,490 points. Talk about having some 2 vanity has now been received and go for the extra earning on payday, and plus the Loot Digger boosted for the Street Race Discipline has now added onto the disposal, will be available to be compatible on any kinds of land-based vehicle for the same type. But coming soon for having an upcoming themed summon after Brawn vs Beauty as another rerun. It's about to go downhill, so this might have to take the last part of the themed summon for 2024, and then the main rerun will go for another encore in 2025. Let's have a good look for having the next 4 rewards on Road-Raving Rabbids. 150,000 followers on the Fame Pack on the Bronze, exterior parts on Silver for the Lotus Exceeds X, Untamed Parrot Underglow for the Gold Epic, and the Platinum Raving Tint on the Rare is quite good to have a rabbit on the cover. Alright, let's get set and have some 2 skills on water base and 1 for aerobatics, and then the 5 events will have to be selectable to have some 3 types with no restriction on jet sprint, hovercraft, powerboat, and 3 vehicles just to be eligible before you might need to have yourself to be ready to go on street racing, drag, and 1 for the combo event in Rallycross in Wreck and Habit. So it's off to New York City, and let's go to the East River to have a buoy smashing to be set and go quicker to have the Fracture 1414 Demon is now being ready up to go score breaker by the first round. Got to enter the gate, just make it nice and tight and avoid the red buoys, but good thing having a rock and roll loading screen title without having a sound of the rabbits. But if so, just only have 1 original, and I just really think that I just want to hear it when the rabbits are about to start screaming. Okay, here goes. Everything to be well naturally and have some buoy smashing to go cruising around. So that's more like it. 1 skill check and good figure 8 on the layout to be sail on the water. That's 27,603 points, and very good to have an outcome on skill 1. We'll be going rack up by 155,916 points. I'll have to put that in the mailbox and then go to the escape on skill 2. Hill Country, here I come, and locate in the West Coast. Nitro cameras only, and this will have to take a quick pit stop, so I just need to have some requirement to go switching up to have a better powerboat. Just 1 moment, and gonna have to go by options to be well selected, and I just have to go by extra with the Nitro chemist to go for additional. But good thing I just add another one onto the SB12. Just had to go transfer onto the Ice Marine Blade Runner 35. All set and good to go to have some 2 available powerboat vehicle to be suitable by no restriction. So let's choose a good direction and gonna have to find which one is which. But the right direction might be quite doing well by the normal, just like all the other players did out there back then. But maybe I just had to get down and do the opposite direction to take the first one by attempt 1. Okay, let's sail away and bring out the boost. Just have to keep it mandatory and go sail on the speed. I can't say that the processor to Rabbids Party of Legend turns out very good, and Road-Raving Rabbids is going to be a much more crazier to be expected would be. But this path might be going a bit more tricky, so you might have to take the better path to go clear safe. So I still got this one to be in one piece, and the red zone is kicking in. So that's 3756 yards. Check, confirm, and go tally up on the first attempt outcome results. Okay, not bad. Not bad after all. 105,952 points and going on the air for skill number 3 by aerobatics. Time to hop on board and go to the Badlands with using the GBR1. We'll be going on the sky to have a good type of the air race discipline. But I haven't used any kinds of aerobatics version to be well seen before. But everybody always like to go on air race style. Let's keep it steady and don't go crazy about it. Okay, keep it solid in formation. That's 1,000 points received, and next checkpoint going up. Alright, that should do very good skill set. Now gonna have to keep it nice and go without extreme. Just one checkpoint and then the finish line will do the rest. That's 25,950 points and go straight directly to the finish line by added and update in 30,859 points. Piece of cake and air sky well done to be indeed. Now that's the ticket to go by 149,779 points for a new record. All's good, and 3 skills to be done, and the next round we'll have to take the first 3 events by no restriction only. Time to get ready and have Jet Sprint will be take the stage on the Crown of Maine. But only one powerboat vehicle or Jet Sprint for having a participation to go for a first stage on time trial for Jet Sprint and the race on powerboat only. But by the way, as I already took by having one received Jet Sprint vehicle that I never used before, just like the Leopard and the Rocket. Very much more powerboat and go full on speed for the big engine layout on the water. But instead, this might have to go and have the Proto Sportsman NC Edition 2017. Max per level is now been set by 120 to go and contain with 1200 horsepower and top speed in 98 miles per hour. It can actually have to go over the same type of the spec of its top speed to go over by 100 miles, and let's put it to the test, and I'll have to try it out to go for a different Jet Sprint that I never used before ever since from day one. So here comes the cartoon filter theme background and go 3 seconds and set sail to go for having one target time by 2 minutes and 32 seconds. And it's up right now to take the first and second turn to go swift and reflex. Alright, just had to find a good racing line on the water and slow her in to get closer. Well, I bet I'm just trying to go a little bit much more self-control crazy, just like the Rabbids did, like they're about to shout out and scream. Alright, here comes the ground time. Just have to hop right in and concrete to do the jump. Okay, that's 10 seconds. So here comes the cave. Just have to go swoop in and mark on the checkpoint. Oof. Well, on second thought, that might be going a little bit more careful whenever you might need to keep it nice and tight when you're in the cave. First lap clear, and final lap on number 2. Okay, the party is just where it all started. Okay, that's good on the gap by 20 seconds. Just have to shake up and regain control. Hopping in. Just wait until the nitro will have to get a good full capacity, and then back on the cave we'll do the clean turn. Very much more similar than different jet sprint boats on every part of the Proto brand. But not to mention that there might be having some vehicle collection to be set and import to the Crew Motorfest. I bet you guys just did good out there to be explored in the areas of Maui. But gosh, I just wish I just really want to come here to be racing more often. But it's all about fun and celebration, and stay in America for Motor Nation has everything to go racing up and explore with some good places of the environment. So that's 2 minutes, decimal by 0.407 seconds to have 7 legendary loop parts has now received. So that's only have to take the first warm-up. Now I'll have to go again to have warm-up number 2 to go quicker and have the real challenge. The better the medal, the better the rewards. But I know this race is going to be very easy, so I just got myself to have a good outfit to be switched up and go celebration of New Year's Eve. So let's kick it up and go for round 2. Okay, just have to beat the main time by under 2 minutes. But this race might always have to go easy and quicker to do some main advantage on ground time. Just only have one area over here, checkpoint over clear. Alright, just have to jazz up the good speed and efficiency improvement. Always have to be a challenger, just have to do it much more skillful reflex. Sometimes practice will always have to make it perfect. Okay, just have to go clear the checkpoints and pull out the boost. Got to master the course in the Crown of Maine. This is where the jet sprint is about to go for having a nice time of the fun. That's 10.5 seconds update. Got to keep improve and work up this charm. Okay, let's do another same path. Just watch out for the rocks. Just have to make one near misses and then pull out the nitro to be reached up by crossing the line. So there you go. Improve and update record in 1 minute 48.520 seconds. Take that previous record. Now I'm on 113,187 points. 3 common parts and good to be received to be moving on to have the second race to go powerboat disciplined. So next location, Mississippi. And it's about time to go, but the Ice Marine Blade Runner 35 GT4 will be set and go faster up to go for a powerboat competition speed. Just like having effective B40R like last time since the previous week as a rerun, but I'll decide to go again for having a different powerboat vehicle will be suitable for having a one good yacht competition. Voucher 1414 Demon is check and done. Now 2017 Ice Marine Blade Runner 35 will make the turn. But you know the strategy, I'm always love to keep on racing, stay clean, and go sail on the large scale of the water. So here I go, let the party begins. I totally got this and go head start in the first. Checkpoint 1 is clear. Now gonna have to go straight on checkpoint 2. The waters in Mississippi River is about to be calm and good on the moment to have a good clear advantage. So here comes the flow and checkpoint clear. Got to keep a good suitable direction whenever you like to pick. I'm always going freestyle and sail on the edge. Okay, gonna have to keep a good mark on the checkpoint and have some cargo on the boat. Powerboat always has some main obstacles to go swift and go faster clear on the main way. And here comes the jump. Gonna take it and hop right in. Okay, good ventilated refill and just have to keep all out the nitro. 15 seconds away from 7 opponents. I'm still in the lead and go focusing for the meat of objectives. Almost there to be at 75% progression. Got to go quick ground time and hop back on the water. Okay, here comes another jump. Shortcut always had to bring out a good extreme stunt of performance. Yeehaw! 23 seconds behind and made it onto the finish line to go clear podium, achieve arrival. Considered as 1 minute, 50.584 seconds, and the result is about to go check and register to go clear. That's 119,322 points. Good, and received by a reward by moving on to have the dirt event for another no restriction only. Okay. So that's 2 events check, 2 skills clear, and 1 aerobatics has now been checked on the air. But Hovercraft is about to go surfing up on race number 3 at the Glacier Park. It's been a while that I just really gonna have to keep racing up on Hovercraft to be driving on the land and water itself by the combination to have an expression to go off-roading. Much more exactly to have some different Hovercraft vehicle that I never used before, but I've only have 4 Hovercraft vehicles to have a good pick and have the rarity of choice to go for the Nitro Chemist to have my own disposal of pick. The Bumblebee X is going to be quite good to be suitable to have my main recommendation along with the XK Armor 2018. So I'll have to go for it, and per level to be maxed out on 80, 297 horsepower and top speed, 97 miles per hour. Bye bet! Jet ski is good to be enjoyed for the summer and the SK Armor for the winter season. Let's go and have my fancy dress will be going suitable to be on the celebration for having a good time of New Year's Eve. Got to go wide open, first checkpoint and first position in the lead. Oof. Yeah, sometimes the handling might get a little bit more crazy out there. I just really have to get used to it, but I'll have to stick around. Hop down below. Okay, Eli is in the lead to be back on track. Gonna have to catch up to Hero. Okay, that's more like it. Got everything to keep it regain control. Drip and swim. Alright, that's a good on the checkpoint. Just have to keep sail on forward to be in the main path. First lap, and go clear onto the next lap at number 2. 3.6 seconds on the gap distance update. Very good, and just have to get handleful to have some wonderful ways to be expert to do the hovercraft of the drift. But more likely, this might have to go by having a good experience to be drifting up on hovercraft vehicles who have to go by land and the sea. But talk about just have to go by off-roading Kaido battle. But maybe if 2 hovercrafts will have to be battled out to have a good skill of the drift by having a land and water. So checkpoint clear, 5.5 seconds update. Just have to go halfway mark on the course. There you go. This is gonna be a perfect Christmas gift after part 1 for the previous week. So almost there. Let's proceed to the final lap on number 3. Got to keep it front and center. Okay, gonna have to go crossing underneath the bridge by the jump ramp. Oof. Okay, close enough. Still had to take some handling respawn control. But don't worry. Just practice. We'll have to make it perfect to get it right. That's how the theme summit is all about. Just have to go Road-Raving Rabbids. Yes, getting up on the water drift. Okay, this time, after one checkpoint clear and the other one, we'll have to take the alternative to go quicker on the jump. See? The faster way, we'll have to get there for having one chance to go up by over 100,000 points until you have to reach the finish line. So that's one warm-up check by 3 minutes, 17.987 seconds. Well, maybe good enough. Just might have to go for a different hovercraft vehicle for the SK armor has now set for the qualifying warm-up, and then the Bumblebee X will be ready to take a turn. But I know my suit is about to get wet out there to have a good, nice and fancy, and other drivers are about to go wearing up to have a racing outfit to go for having a nice time to go skiing up on the hovercraft to go for land and the water. So let's get down for round 2 and pull out the firework nitro to start the celebration. Got to keep a good handful for having respawn to the feedback and go by steering direction. Okay, that's more like it. Just have to keep it up straight and go for the jump. Ventilate it to go touching the water. Okay, progression on 16% and Q on the water trip. But some say it's gonna have to take on for only a references to be known as American Hovercraft Extreme Racer Drift, but only on the land and water itself. But maybe this might have to go for a free drive activity to do some water drifting. But this strategy will have to take that shortcut by taking one jump and then earlier by proceed to the next lap. Progression to be at 34%. Checkpoint clear. Okay, I finally got a good hovercraft skills to be back on the groove. Yeehaw! Okay, let's keep it wide open and keep it good straight on the line. It actually does much more doing some water drifting than the land cars to be driving on the road. Much more freestyle reflex and just have to go faster and swift to do some turns. Now for the shortcut again, gonna hop in and checkpoint to go clear to be on the opening straight. Alright, final lap. This comes in and drones getting close. Okay, nitro is good to go to be on the full capacity. Just kick back in and deal with the turns on the ground. Jump down below. Okay, good recovery and good on stable. So I can dance it on the water and go slide on the good reflexes. Almost there, viewers. Hovercraft event number 3 is about to be done soon. And there goes the finish line. Alright, that's 3 minutes, 2.336 seconds, and 1 part received to go by having some good comment on the earning. So there you go, 115,045 points, and second part to go for a follow-up catch-up by having a round 2 moment. So that's it for having 3 events on no restriction only. Now, the next 3 events by vehicle restriction is about to be eligible to be selected to go for the drag race on the Nissan 370Z Type C34 Drag Race Edition, Lotus Exceeds X, and Mini Cooper S Countryman, all 4 for the Rallycross for having a combo event in Wreck and Havoc. So let's have a tweak and shout and get ready for having 3 runs for only one C34 Nissan Fairlady C. Much more enjoyable to see some drag race vehicle to be featured as the original in the Rabbids Crew 2, or more likely to have the alternate title is the Road-Raving Rabbids. I kinda say that the second Ubisoft themed crossover event as a predecessor to the Rabbids, but more likely just to have one shark fin to be adding up on the vanity to go for the same variation style that I just preset by default. But if possible, just have a wing spoiler to go amp up and give it much more GT style for a drag race version to the Nissan 370Z Type C34 Drag Race Edition. So let's go sharp up straight and get myself prepared to have some more practice with drag racing before I'm about to get started to play Need for Speed Payback for the next video, as I'm about to get ready to have some main challenges to go focusing up and beat the main time by 15.1 seconds. Here comes the first run, and have the perfect burn check will have to be stay on the green gauge. Alright, that's more like it. Just have to go solo for a warm-up practice to go for a racing perspective. And there you go, 4 times perfect, and pull out the nitro. That's first run check, and stop right over here to go for a tally of results. 9.414 seconds, top speed, 369 miles per hour, gear shift is perfect. Good enough, and just might need to add 1 mile to go up in 370. Second run, just have to keep going and just wait for it to burn on the perfect. Staging up, stepping on the gas, and wait for the green. Mark and full speed. Okay, going early as it goes, and just have to check the results. That's good by 9.349 seconds, and gear shift is always perfect. Just almost to have 2 more to be adding up, and run 3 will go last. I just really might have to do some more drag races before I'm about to start playing Need for Speed Payback. Oh, and by the way, viewers, as I'm about to have an incoming post to let you know, as I'm about to have some other 4 racing games that I'm about to be tried out with Asphalt Legends Unite, Project Cars, and even, of course, Need for Speed Heat. But good thing, just have to go by expanded to have my own channel to go by having a full walkthrough and have some good moments as I'm about to be well planned to be experienced. Okay, so maybe I'll have to take a good look by investigation and tweak a shout by details to see what's going on. So my current leaderboard position is at rank 3,695 place by 131,600,208 points. I don't know how it happened, but it turns out to be very much more bizarre when using the Nissan 370Z Type C34. But no points received, and that might be turns out to be unexpected for having one part of the rerun for a featured live summit event. Got to move on and have the Lotus Exceeds X will have to be entered on race number 5 and part 2 of the vehicle restriction. Then let's go to the gates of Chinatown and get yourself prepared to have a 1 British lightweight sports car will be at the ready to have a nitro chemist and have any kinds of livery styles and preset design variation that related to the country of the United Kingdom. But good thing I just have one of them to be purchased without having an event bundle, just to be sure to have some recommendation to go visit on Street Racing headquarters to have one lightweight vehicle available. So it's all set, and have some good style of the vanity to go green underglow, and especially to have a green window tint as well. But much more alternative to have a primary underglow as well, to have some good styles with the Union Jack tire, and per level to go by 280 and 512 horsepower with a top speed of 226 miles per hour. The faster it gets, the lighter will have to take a good quick effort to go up by having 2 laps around in San Francisco to the gates of Chinatown. Just have one event by the original on Road-Raving Rabbids, and the same thing to go in Rabbids Party of Legends. Let's start the countdown in 3 seconds, and be ready, and go British Racing Light. Let's bring out the good nitro, and give it a good racing line on the streets. So here it comes, lads. The Lotus Exige X is in the lead. This is a very much more impressive British lightweight sports car to be driving on the road, just like as a Rallycross edition. But even so, much more handful to be as a most previous generation like the Lotus Elise. But the Exige X is the most meanest and powerful lightweight sports car in UK, part of Europe, and very much more designed to be participate to have this vehicle to go for the one-man category. Whenever you had to take a good look to the interior view, much more premium style to go for having the same thing on the detail to be using on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. Just perfect, wonderful, and impressive to be driving anywhere in America, and also the track itself to be going by having a good decent of the time trial. Just have to keep the party going on, race on by having a checkpoint. First lap is about to be finished, and moving on in lap 2. Much more brilliant to see some Lotus cars in the Crew 2 after the first installment in the Crew. But in the Crew Motorfest, just only have one electric hypercar has everything to go faster up for the first time ever to see Lotus has some experience to go with a hypercar type. Much more differences like the British lightweight sports car, just to be example. So got to go boost up. Just keep a good handful on the handling, respawn, and good clear on the line. Look at this baby go. The Lotus has some good lightweight skills to go faster on the track. Now going on for the next checkpoint after this, and currently to be cleared. Alright, here comes the final stretch. This could do well, and finishing up by having a total time in 2 minutes, 21.372 seconds. Fantastic, and cherry on for having a first attempt outcome to be required as a follow-up catch-up. But maybe tomorrow before at the end of December and the end of 2024. So I'll have to keep that for a while and add it to the list, and then final event will go combo on number 6 for the Mini Cooper S Countryman All-4 Rallycross Edition at Miami to go wrecking havoc. So let's do this, and let's begin to have one Rallycross vehicle to go racing up and wreck around in Miami to have some objects to go for a single Rallycross vehicle to be at the ready. Just like Monster Truck, and this will have to go again, viewers, as it already been took by the original participation back from March 2021. By the late, and same as ever before at the end of the month. But good thing my UDRS Inspirtech stunt car livery is about to go on the set, and have a good Rallycross style to go for the aero tire to be reinforced, 600 horsepower and top speed, 175 miles per hour to go maximum in the per level at 230. But talk about having an element skill to go on Speedcross, because I just got one full game edition without a deluxe. But after all, I'll be looking forward to it, and I just really might need to have a plan to get a Speedcross DLC in the later future. So let's go for having a 3 versus 1 battle, and here comes the racing objective to go achieve on the first. Rallycross first, then Monster Truck will go line up behind in second. So heads up. Things about to get messy in Miami for having one Rallycross vehicle. Gonna have to take a good clear the path by the checkpoint and cue on the drift. Much more power slide as it gets and going around on the beach. Okay, here comes and just have to go clear on the path. Okay. Now that's what I call to go Rallycross on the extreme. Here comes the checkpoint. Gonna have to keep a good path and oof. Almost forgot to have to keep a good watchful eye on the directive signs. Okay, that's better. Talk about having a little bit more crazy on the directions. Then here comes the jump. Just keep it airborne and touchdown. Alright, just have to keep slide to the left, and here comes the jump. Checkpoint clear, and progression stop at 76%. Just have to save enough nitro for the grand finale, and here comes another airborne jump. Alright, let's ace up the drift. Just have to tap a little bit more. One more checkpoint, and here comes the finish line. And we have liftoff by clear the podium. 2 minutes, 3.456 seconds, and win the race has successfully achieved. That's an absolutely to go for a good new record, and 4 parts, just the wonderful receive as it goes to have some rare and common type. So Road-Raving Rabbids is complete, and just in time before at the end of 2024 for New Year's Eve on December 31st. So folks, it turns out very good, and except one event that turns out to have 0 points by receive due to the interruption. But more importantly, I kinda like it, just only have some flight events except one per drag race without receiving any points, and 3 skills by 2 water-based and 1 for the air-based vehicle. Just have a Road-Raving Rabbids is now doing a good wonderful moment to have a good rerun on December 25th, 2024 and ends on January 1st, 2025. I bet the cycle of a live summit event is about to go continue on forward to have some more events and the other ones that I never been participate before. But after all, it takes a lot of good enjoyment to have some good moments with your favorite cars, boats, and planes to have some category types on discipline. But my main best, the Lotus Exceeds X on the gates of Chinatown in San Francisco, which is very more indeed to have a lightweight British sports car to go faster up and go preferred to be driving on the streets. Much more similar to the Rallycross edition that I just ever been participate for the US Speed Tour East edition from Golden Hills Racetrack to Los Angeles. But my best part in Wreck-It Havoc for the Mini Cooper S Countryman All-4 Rallycross edition. That would be a very good awesome moment to have a 1 versus 3 monster truck battle to go all in and wrecking around to have a sprint race across in Miami, Florida. Powerboat at Mississippi. Just the encore to have the previous Team Summon as we just using the better V40R. Hovercraft, just to have my number 2 favorite event to go sliding in and go cruising up to have a 3-lap challenge on the land and water itself to give a good cue on the hovercraft drifting. Jet Sprint for the number 3 favorite, Crown of Maine, and always have to go for the Sportsman edition for only one of the 4 proto Jet Sprint vehicles. But still yet, just be sure just have a save it for the last on drag race event for Tweak and Shout for the Nissan 370Z Type C34. But I don't know how it all happened, but all we have to do and just have to keep moving on to have some other events and skills as we're about to be moving on to January 2025 by the first week in So French 2 will be coming up in the next event. For prizes, it's about to go same as the usual, and the preview to have the best encore to go with some French vehicle will be set and eligible whenever you like to pick. But don't forget, the GT by Citroen, Pescia 205 T6T Evolution 2, and the Pescia 3008 DKR Maxi has now been eligible to be selected for use, including the Bugatti Veyron Deep Blue Edition. 2 events on no restriction for the street race and Alpha Grand Prix. Be prepared to have a French racing vehicle when choosing the Alpha Grand Prix racing discipline. 3 skills on escape by having 2, and 1 for the buoy smashing. Alright, let's get ready to wrap this up before at the end of the video, and I'll have to come back at any time to go and have a best run to go racing up on the gates of Chinatown for the Lotus XCX. Just only have a WIP session, and then other racing games will have to be well experienced to have myself to have a first try will go continue on. So thank you for enjoying watching the video and the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on Dividend Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. Will join to get access per price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra, will support and grow. I'll be seeing you guys next time in the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in 2025 for the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.